Here we are again with another story for you today. This one is called Help Wanted, Must Love Books. It's written by Janet Summer Johnson. She's the author, and Courtney Dawson is the illustrator. And that means she has drawn the pictures. And this one has quite a few different story characters you probably will recognize from other stories that you know. And she gives you some ideas of who you're going to meet in this story. Help Wanted, Must Love Books. Unlike most kids, Shailey loved bedtime. She'd shimmy into her PJs, that means she put them on, brush her sparkling smile, then raid the bookshelf for the perfect bedtime stories. Her dad would squish into the rocker with her, and they'd read until her eyelids refused to stay open. This arrangement worked perfectly. Now we notice the ... We've had that before. It means more to come. Turn the page. And you remember what we call it? Ellipsis. And it's really good to use when we're writing stories. Until her dad got a new job. Finally, Shailey reached her limit. "You're fired," she announced. She put up a job notice first thing the next morning. It said, "Help Wanted, bedtime storyteller, must love books, apply within, interviews begin promptly at 6:30 p.m. and began interviews shortly before bedtime. Now she has quite a few applicants there. You may recognize some of them. The fierce competition scared off the first 3 applicants. And you can see why that would happen. A wolf and pigs. Bad combination. The next applicant brought along her 7 bodyguards, which was fine until Shailey offered them snacks. One of them says, "Don't eat that! It's the Wicked Queen in disguise!" Shailey refused to interview any other applicants that night. Now they're all going home, very sad, and she is going to make a change. Before going to bed, she added a line to her job notice. She added, "Individual applications only," and that means she wants only 1 applicant per time. So you can't come in groups like the last one. The next night, the first applicant seemed delightful. "Run as fast as you can!" Until he ran away with the book. Problem. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I hear the yawn of a tired one. Shailey refused to come out from under the bed to interview applicant number 2. And you can see why she might have been a little bit scared to do that. In the morning, Shailey changed her sign again. This time she added, "Human applications only." At the next interview, Shailey's ears pricked right up. The applicant could spin tales that kept her on pins and needles. She was just about to offer the job when the woman zonked out mid-sentence. The second girl was very particular about where she would sit. This chair is too hard. This beanbag is too soft. This bed is just right. Now she's added another one. Must be able to stay awake past 8 p.m. This application is getting longer and longer, this poster that she's put up. Shailey had low expectations for the next round. That means she didn't expect much. But the first applicant had a very impressive resume. Her voice was musical, she could stay up past midnight, and she was obviously human. The two of them had a ball until Shailey noticed the sooty fingerprints all over her favorite book. The second applicant hooked her right away. His storytelling gave her goosebumps, as did the gunk between his teeth. So now she's changed it. Solid hygiene skills required. That means people who apply should have clean hands and they should have brushed their teeth. Shailey despaired of ever finding a replacement for her dad until one final job seeker showed up. Recognize him? He looked kind of familiar, and his voice was just right. Best of all, he smelled like strawberries and chocolate chip cookies. So Shailey offered him the job on one condition: off limits during bedtime stories. So in other words, he's not going to be able to work well. He's supposed to be reading her stories. And then in the back of the book, it's got 4 different resumes by some of the characters that wanted to apply for this story of Help Wanted, Must Love Books. And hopefully you love books and are continuing to read and enjoying the time that you have either outside. Today was a gorgeous day, so you could be outside reading, or any place actually. And hopefully you keep doing that. We'll see you again. Bye.